Studio Blue Radio is proud to present Raffa Music Show by Raffaela Madaffari. Check the microphone.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Raffa Music Show here on Studio Blue Radio. I'm Raffy, and today I have two very special guests, Marco Conte and Simone Ostini. Hey guys!
Hey, hello there.
How are you
Nice
guys
to
doing
meet
today?
you. We're great. We're currently at lockdown, but at the same time we're feeling great. And
Exactly.
we're glad to be here with you. So yeah, we're
Awesome.
fine. We're great.
I'm happy to have you guys on.
Thank
So-
you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, awesome. So we'll start out with Marco. So you started out as a solo artist. How did you get your start? How did you enter the music world?
Well, I think, as many would say, it was just fun at the beginning. Like, it was a hobby. Like, I loved playing my guitar and singing the songs I listened to on the radio. It was just fun, you know. But then, like 6-7 years ago, I was like, oh, I love this too much. Like, I'm in love with music. I enjoy it. It makes me feel alive. I wanna make this my job. I wanna live with music and through music and by music, and so I decided to study music first, because I thought that, like Marco, if you want to be a professional singer, you have to study hard. So I took singing classes, and I started to study guitar better and more, because I wanted to be a good musician. And so, like, one step after another, I started to be a singer. Then I met Simone. We started a band together. At the same time, I kept like working on my solo project, because I needed like to move around different genres and different type of songs. So yeah, that was basically it. Like, by chance, like starting to play my guitar for fun, and then like working hard on that.
Awesome. So if you, for example, if you go into your Spotify, it's all mainly singles and EPs. How come you haven't released a full album?
Like, I like to change. I like to experiment. I like to try different things, different type of musics, and different type of music. And like, every song for me is a single, because it's unique. Like, I want to see it as a person, as a unique piece of art, which has its concept and its sounds and its musical genres in a way. And so I don't tend to think about my song as a part of a whole, as an EP,
Right.
or as a CD, as an album. But that's just about my songs. Like, I want them to have its own importance and its own identity. So, like, maybe I have, I don't know, 10-12 songs ready for release, but I want to release one after another, like one per month, for example, because I want each of them to have its own importance and to mark like a point of my musical journey, you know.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And that's such a different way to look at it, because, you know, some artists, they get all the songs that they can, and then they're like, okay, here's my album, and then the individual songs don't get the attention that they deserve, because, you know, they're just listening to all the songs together instead of just one at a time.
You're right. You're totally right. It's a different conception. Like, especially amongst teenagers, I think what you say is really true. Like, they would tend to like skip, let's say it like that, a lot of songs in the album. Listen to the main single in loop.
Yeah.
Whereas I think that, like, working like that, one song after another, each song gets its importance. That's just me. Like, I have colleagues and friends and musicians who work differently and still think about an album. Also, for example, with Simone, we're working on an EP. Maybe we can discuss that later.
Yep.
But like, because that's a different thing. Like, we want to show our identity and our music, and we have a concept for an EP. And so we found like some similarities amongst the songs, and so we're thinking about an EP. So that's not like a general rule. Like, for me, working on singles, it depends on the type of songs and on the project.
Yeah, absolutely. That's totally makes sense, and it's a really smart way to go about that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So the first single of yours that we're hearing today is Sarah, which was released on October 16th of 2020. So why'd you choose this song to play?
Well, because that was not meant to be a song for release. That was a kind of a small present, a small gift to a friend of mine called Sarah during the previous lockdown, the first wave of the COVID. I wanted to write something and give it to her, like to tell her that she's special and she had to be positive, to be optimistic and hopeful during those hard times. But then I decided, like I told myself, why not sharing it? Because there is a lot of Sarahs, there's a lot of friends over there who want like a positive message and want to reflect about their own importance. And so that song reminds me like that we're all bound together somehow, and we're all human beings, and so in a way we're all brothers and sisters somehow.
Right.
So that's the reason behind my choice.
Awesome. All right, well, here we go. We have Sarah by Marco Conte here on Studio Blue Radio.
Stelle non brillano, i segni non parlano, i tramonti non colorano, i sogni non si avverano, gli amori non tradiscono, e tu non sai un miracolo, cascata della mia libido. Ti lancerò la mia corda per essere sicuro che tu abbia voglia di vivere, e ti manderò una mia foto per essere convinto di darti la forza di sorridere. Sarà anche se non mi scrivi, mi chiedo Sara che cosa ne pensi, se dopo rimaniamo solo amici, sai, con i miei temi improvvisi, baby. Sarà con le cicatrici, perché sarà troppo pretty, tu sei venere ma calzoncini, bella nei colori estivi. Che cosa ne pensi, yeah, yeah, che cosa ne pensi? Che cosa ne pensi, yeah, yeah, che cosa ne pensi? Occhi tristi come cascate, bellezze inusitate che si muovono perfette sopra le tue labbra. Abbiamo complicato una faccenda semplice, era impossibile. Ho sciolto la promessa di esserci per sempre, farti felice, illuminare il giorno anche la notte, per te che sei fragile. Ti avrei donato il cuore anche i polmoni, a te anima instabile. E ti lancerò la mia corda per essere sicuro che tu abbia voglia di vivere, e ti manderò una mia foto per essere convinto di darti la forza di sorridere. Sarà anche se non mi scrivi, mi chiedo Sara che cosa ne pensi, se dopo rimaniamo solo amici, sai, con i miei temi improvvisi, baby. Sarà con le cicatrici, perché sarà troppo pretty, tu sei venere ma calzoncini, bella nei colori estivi. Bella con le cicatrici, bella coi tuoi occhi tristi, che non parli con gli amici per fare tutti felici. Che cosa ne pensi, yeah, yeah, che cosa ne pensi di questi difetti, yeah, yeah, in tutti i tuoi gesti? Che cosa ne pensi, yeah, yeah, che cosa ne pensi di questi difetti, yeah, yeah, in tutti i tuoi gesti? Che cosa ne pensi, yeah, yeah, che cosa ne pensi? Che cosa ne pensi, yeah, yeah, che cosa ne pensi?
That was great.
That was. Am I talking too much? Because I'm a little bit talkative sometimes. Like.
No, you're great.
You can block me whenever I
just mute you.
yeah. That would be a great idea.
No, you're doing great. And Simone, will get to you soon, I promise. You'll be able to talk as well.
No problem. I will try to speak English as much as I can.
No problem. Next, we have the single Franja. Did I pronounce that correctly? And
you definitely did.
Awesome. So that was released September 4th, so not that long after Sarah. And what made you pick that song? Tell us about it.
I'm particularly bound to this song effectively because this song is a story basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is a story of somebody who arrives at a point in his life when he understands he has to change something, and to in Italian we say turn the page. He has to change. Especially it's related to a love affair, a relationship, but
Mm-hmm.
it's in general. Sometimes we need to change. We need to have the gut to change. Yeah, to maybe move or look for another job or cut with somebody who's poisonous for us and not good for us. And that song Franja is about that. And it's an important message to me because sometimes we don't have the courage to admit that we're not feeling good and we're not living the life we would like to. And so we need to be brave enough to say, okay, I need to change. I need to do something that change life, move, find new experiences, new relationships, new friends and stuff.
Awesome. All right, well, here we go. Here is Franja by Marco Conte on Studio Blue Radio.
Non me ne fotte se tu hai i miei baci ancora sulla frangia, le tue botte spaccano le labbra, vedi questo sangue sulla bocca, fuck la tua frangia. Baby, non sono mica come te, se chiedo come stai ci tengo a te, sorridi pure dietro le ride e sogni anche dietro le palpebre. Cosa fai che da un profilo fake scrivi che è colpa mia? Stai guardando il tramonto, sei triste, che bella bugia. Mi dicevi che sono importante per te, nel tuo cuore c'è proprio uno spazio per me. No, che io non ero fatto come tuo ex, le ragazze belle sono tronzolo Alex, eravamo solo sigaretta per sex, yeah. La ragazza con la frangia. Non me ne fotte se tu hai i miei baci ancora sulla frangia, le tue botte spaccano le labbra, vedi questo sangue sulla bocca, fuck la tua frangia. Abbiamo corso troppo, era meglio dirsi ti amo che a te ci tengo molto. Cuore di ferro per un inciso di ogni bugia mi rimane il segno di una follia, poi respiro a stento. Voglio andare fuori, respirare odori, bere vini buoni, fumare canzoni. Voglio andare fuori, respirare odori, bere vini buoni. Non me ne fotte se tu hai i miei baci ancora sulla frangia, le tue botte spaccano le labbra, vedi questo sangue sulla bocca, fuck la tua frangia. Hai i miei baci ancora sulla frangia, le tue botte spaccano le labbra, vedi questo sangue sulla bocca, fuck la tua frangia. Se eri troppo piccolo o grande per me, se valevi troppo oppure se il fatto è che valevo troppo poco per te. Eri come